Hello, everyone. With the Star Wars Lego January 1st pictures being put up on Lego's website, I thought I'd just take a look at them today, give you my thoughts on them. There's only two of them. Um, I guess this has been going on for a while now, but this is, I feel like, a, the first one where it's a really small January wave, only two sets. I don't know how many there were last year, maybe three, but it's definitely gone down every year for the last little while. So it's a battle pack and then a 4 plus set, starting with the 4 plus set from uh, Young Jedi Adventures, the second set from the show, the Crimson Firehawk. Sort of a fun looking ship in the show. I don't think it translated the best in Lego, of course, being that it's a 4 plus set. It's all printed pieces, so the entire front of it is printed, which those are some really large printed pieces. A big part of this, I'd say, is the Nubs minifigure. It's sort of a cool one, new molded head. I don't love how he was translated into Lego. I don't know. It's just, I was sort of expecting more. He sort of just, I guess, just that face shape sort of is when it's just that static, it just looks a bit off. There's a speeder there, a little cart. Honestly, that speeder is almost better than the speeder that you get in the next set we're going to take a look at. But yeah, January 1st, I just looked at it on the Lego site. This is the first time I've looked at it on there. I've looked at the other one. It's $65 Canadian, which, fuck, that's expensive for this thing. Like, I know the stuff is printed, but geez, that is a lot. Um, like, you need some really good sale for this thing. So, yeah, it's seems like a pretty solid 4 plus set, but it is expensive. Like, I know 4 plus sets are expensive, but that one really is one where I'm like, shit, that is a lot for that. The next one, I'd say the most anticipated set. Um, I feel like from the entirety of January for all themes. Of course, it's Star Wars, it's going to be that, but it's the Clone Trooper and Battle Droid Battle Pack. It's got three normal Phase 2 clones, of course. This is not the first time, but we really just haven't got Phase 2 clones, just plain ones for a while, and we've never really gotten it, I would say, in a way that's this masterful, of course, except for the original Battle Pack, which this one definitely has a lot of aspects of it that relate to both the droid and the clone Battle Pack. So the three clones, one shock trooper, of course coming from the gunship, and I'm assuming we'll see a foil pack, and maybe even a advent calendar, different things. I'm sure we'll see that shock trooper again, but this is currently the cheapest way you're going to get it, and I'm sure with how many of these people are going to buy, they're going to have a decent amount of shock troopers. I think it's a cool looking trooper. It was probably one of my favorite figures of the year. I know it has the helmet holes, but I just think the printing, I was very pleasantly surprised by how good the printing was just based on the 212th. I thought the printing would end up being really poor, and I was pleasantly surprised of how good it actually is. The new B2 battle droids seem like they have a thicker clips at the joints, which should help with the overall stability of them and actually staying intact and not cracking. I don't personally have any of my super battle droids that have cracked, which sort of is weird because I feel like when I was younger I was probably playing around with them quite a bit. I do have one cracked one, and that's because it was stepped on recently, but other than actually stepping on the thing, I don't have any cracked ones from just playing around with them, but I know that is an issue, so hopefully it's fixed with these. Of course, you can't tell from images, but we'll hope. The next two, you got two normal battle droids. Build-wise, you've got four things here, a speeder. The more I look at it, the more I realize this thing is not the best thing. When I first saw it, I looked at it and I'm like, this is so resemblant of the original Clone Trooper speeder, and I love that about it. And the more I look at it, the colors definitely are, but the speeder is not even close to as good as the battle pack was from, what, 15 years ago? Is it that many? It can't be that many years, is it? I don't know. 2007 or 8? I don't know. Then a little turret build, a STAP, and then the Tri-Droid. I think the Tri-Droid build is really solid. The clone builds themselves aren't the most interesting thing. And I'm sure all these builds, after a while, you'll really get tired of once you've bought many of these, but, you know, first couple times, I'm sure they'll be, especially that first time, pretty interesting. I love the stat build. It's basic, and it's just, you know, there's nothing added to it that doesn't need to be there, and everything that needs to be there is there. I just think it's a perfect stat build. It's really well done, and I'm really happy with it. I love that it has the little base to hold it up. Of course, you need that, but I love that's there. I think it's a cool thing. The box art's a bit, or the box shape itself is a bit weird. It's pretty much just a full square shape. Of course, with the 501st Battle Pack, which I guess is similar to this one in the fact it's the same price, same sort of concept of a larger battle pack. It's a different size box, which is a little bit weird for consistency, but I guess that's not on the shelves, so you're not having it next to each other. If those were on shelves next to each other, I think it definitely should be the same size, but currently I don't think it's all that bad. The Tri-Droid itself seems like a pretty solid, sizable battle pack build. I like the clones. I think they look pretty good. Of course, this doesn't have any accessories, which sort of renders the helmet holes a bit useless, but of course, I guess with anything that has any holes in it, the idea is that you can just put your accessories that you have in your collection in those, but I guess it's sort of pointless if this was just a starting off set. You got Christophsis in the back, which is a cool addition to it. And yeah, I guess the next thing I should mention is this set is $40 Canadian, $30 American. This is like, I don't think you see this a lot where it's a really good value LEGO set. This one is like, a normal battle pack now would be $25, which is a bit expensive, or that's Canadian, $20 American, I believe. That's pretty expensive, I'd say, for the battle packs. If they get to 30, it's pushing it a bit, but currently I don't think it's extremely excessive, but given that it's gone up a decent bit in the last little while. But this, you're getting the contents of pretty much 2 battle packs. I guess maybe 1.5, but like, looking at the droid side, if they had a clone battle pack, of course you'd get those 4 clones. I would say you get more of a build than you would with just the speeder and the turret. I don't know if you would get that full Tri-Droid build. Of course, it was in the 212th Utapau battle pack, but and I think in a pretty similar size, so I'm sure it's possible that in a droid battle pack, it feels to me like it's the contents of 2 battle packs, which would cost you $50, where this costs you $40. So price-wise for these clones by themselves, I'm assuming, given like the 501st specialist prices, I think they're around $7 or $8 each, so I would expect these to be somewhat close to that. And what, you're getting 4 clones, so $10 each for those, plus all your extra stuff. Probably $2 each on the battle droids, $1 or $2 with the 2 droids. And yeah, like, this set feels like a pretty decent value set to me. And I'm excited to buy multiple of them. I think my plan on January 1st is to order a couple online, and I don't believe any malls around me, or at least ones that have LEGO stores, will be open January 1st. So I'll be heading to the LEGO store on January 2nd, hopefully pick these up and maybe some other things, because January has been pretty solid all around, I'd say. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to buy this set, get more of these clones. I'm so happy that this is just a regular set. You're going to be able to go into your Walmart, Toys R Us in my case, wherever it is, and just buy it off the shelf. Of course, it's going to take a few months, but once it's readily available for that, say, 2-year span, you'll be able to get them. And I think that's good. Like, I would have loved to get more of those Phase 1 plain clone minifigure packs, but I just couldn't. You know, I ordered my 5 that I could online, and then I saw one in store, and that was pretty much it. I've had pretty much the same case with the purple clone set. We're just at the normal Lego store. I just can't find it. I found a few at the Discovery Centers, but I don't have Target, so can't go and try to find that. So I'm really happy that this is just going to be a normal set, that after a few months, I'm assuming it's going to have around the same trajectory or timeline as the 501st set, where it was not the most readily available set for the first 5-6 months, and then after that for its whatever it is, 16-month span. Actually, no, 18? Yeah, 18-month, I guess. Because, yeah, I think it would be 18 months, yeah. I'm assuming for about 18 months it should be readily available, of course, sort of waning a bit at the end of its lifespan. But I think this is a great set that honestly I'd probably leave on shelves for a while, unless they have a big change to the clones and it just isn't consistent with the ones, but these are consistent with the current clones. How good or not good they are consistent with them, and yeah, so unless there's a big change there, I'd say leave this set out on shelves for a while. I think it's a great set for anyone wanting to army build, just getting into Lego Star Wars. Battle packs were some of my favorite sets when I was younger. I guess they still are. But I think this is a perfect set to get people into Lego Star Wars, and I'd say just like a TIE Fighter and X-Wing, which I think sadly they're retiring this year. They probably should have just kept those. They weren't the most expensive things, but they were great things to get in. You know, you got your Falcon, your TIE Fighter, your X-Wing. I think this set falls into that category of sets that just have longevity and should be on shelves for a while, because I think it's a great entry point for those wanting to get into Lego Star Wars. And you got both sides there in a relatively even fashion. 5 droids for clones, builds for the clones, and a larger build for the droids. I think it just is a very good starting point set, and great set for those wanting to army build. Probably one of the best army builders I've seen. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed hearing my thoughts on it. I guess this, until maybe the Marvel sets, if I find those any interesting, might have to do a video just talking about the horrendousness that is Rocket Raccoon. Yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm recording some reviews soon, so I'm excited to get those out. I've only got a couple weeks left, or about a week and a half left, actually, of my college semester, so I'm excited to have a little bit of break, and film some videos over there where I'm trying to pre-record stuff for pretty much a 4-month period, so I'll see you in the next one.